Okay, this is part 3 of the planets video series, and now we're going to put in the distance each planet is from the sun. Except I didn't put it exactly the way I wanted it, because the distance from the sun for Venus is actually, if I go here, 67 million miles. It's a pretty big number to have in here. And since all these planets are a fairly good distance from the sun, and they're all more than 1 million miles, I'm going to change this. I'm going to take this out first, and then I'm going to go back up to C1, and I'm going to double click here. And what I'm going to do is I'm now going to go to wrap text. It's in alignment if you don't have this particular form of Excel. So make sure that click is on wrap text. And now I'm going to go back here, and I'm going to put a parentheses, and I'm going to put millions of miles. And millions of miles now goes underneath distance from the sun because I've wrapped the text, not extended it. It would have come all the way out to this point. Now I'm going to hit tab, and you can't see it. Well, we know how to make the row wider because we know how to make the columns wider. So let's change the row height so that you can see that whole thing. And now, instead of putting 67 million, I'm just going to put 67, and that means 67 millions of miles. Mars is 142, and Saturn is 886 million miles from the sun. Neptune is 2,792 millions of miles from the sun. And let's make this accounting, which will give us the comma and take away the extra zeros. And I got this, oh, I know, I have to put the comma in here and then take away the zeros. And there we go, 2,792 millions of miles from the sun. And the same is true for Pluto. It's 367,000 million miles from the sun. I'll put the comma in there, take out the extra zeros to make it a whole number. We're up to Mercury. Mercury's the closest, and it's only 36 million miles. And Earth is 93 million miles. You probably already knew that. And we have Uranus, which is 1,782 million miles. Put a comma in there, take away the zeros. And finally, we're up to Jupiter. It's 483 million miles from the sun. And that's the end of video number 2.